Welcome back to the Automotive Pulse channel, the place where we bring you the boldest concepts, the wildest revivals, and the most exciting speculative builds in the automotive world. Before we dive in, I want to be upfront with you. Oldsmobile as a brand was discontinued back in 2004, and General Motors has not announced any plans to revive it. What you are about to see is a speculative concept, a thought experiment built on design language, market trends, and the kind of nostalgia that so many of you have been asking us to explore. So sit back, because today we are imagining the 2027 Oldsmobile Cutlass officially unveiled, and honestly, if this ever became real, it might just be one of the most talked about comebacks in automotive history. Let's start with the exterior, because this is where the Cutlass name really has to earn its keep. The design team, at least in our imagined world, clearly took inspiration from the muscular fastback silhouette of the original Cutlass Supreme, while giving it a thoroughly modern treatment. The front fascia features a wide, low grille flanked by slim LED headlamps that sweep back into the fenders, creating an aggressive road presence without looking cartoonish. The hood carries a subtle power bulge, a quiet nod to performance without shouting about it. Down the sides, you get a sculpted character line that runs from the front fender all the way to the taillights, giving the car a sense of motion even when it's parked. The roofline tapers into a fastback profile, which not only looks stunning but also helps with aerodynamics. Out back, a full-width light bar ties the taillights together, a design cue that feels current without abandoning the classic Cutlass silhouette that so many enthusiasts grew up loving. Under the hood, this is where things get interesting. The imagined lineup would offer 3 distinct powertrain options to appeal to a broad range of buyers. The base trim would come with a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing somewhere around 250 horsepower, giving it a lively character for everyday driving while keeping efficiency in check. Step up to the middle trim, and you would find a twin-turbo V6 pushing closer to 400 horsepower, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and available all-wheel drive. But the real headline grabber would be the top-tier Cutlass 455 trim, a deliberate throwback to the legendary 455 cubic-inch big block engines of the original muscle car era. In this speculative build, the 455 badge would represent total system horsepower from a hybridized twin-turbo V8 setup, blending old-school power with new-school efficiency. 0 to 60 in the mid-3-second range would not be out of the question, putting it in direct competition with modern performance sedans from Germany and beyond. Inside the cabin, the Cutlass would aim to blend heritage with cutting-edge technology. Picture a dashboard wrapped in soft touch materials, real aluminum trim, and optional wood accents that pay homage to the interiors of the 70s and 80s without feeling dated. A curved digital display would span from the driver's side all the way toward the center console, housing both the instrument cluster and infotainment system in one seamless piece of glass. The infotainment suite would run on the latest generation of GM's software, supporting wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto over-the-air updates, and a built-in AI voice assistant capable of handling everything from climate control to route planning through natural conversation. Seating would be available in leather or a sustainable vegan alternative, with heating, ventilation, and massage functions offered on higher trims. A head-up display would keep essential information in the driver's line of sight, while a premium audio system, likely developed in partnership with a high-end audio brand, would deliver concert-quality sound throughout the cabin. Safety and driver assistance technology would be front and center in this imagined Cutlass. A full suite of advanced driver assistance systems would come standard, including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring. Higher trims would offer a hands-free highway driving system, allowing drivers to take their hands off the wheel under supervised conditions on mapped highways. Similar to systems we have seen rolled out across the industry in recent years. A 360-degree camera system would make tight parking situations effortless, and a night vision pedestrian detection feature would add an extra layer of confidence when driving in low visibility conditions. GM's latest generation of active safety radar and LiDAR sensors would work together to create one of the most comprehensive safety packages in its class. Now let's talk about what would really set this car apart from a features standpoint, because a modern muscle car revival needs more than just raw power. The Cutlass would offer adaptive suspension with multiple drive modes, allowing the car to transform from a comfortable daily cruiser into a taut, track-ready performance machine at the touch of a button. Launch control would be standard on the 455 trim, along with a line lock feature for burnouts, an electronically controlled limited slip differential, and Brembo performance brakes with available carbon ceramic rotors. For the tech enthusiasts, an available performance data recorder would let owners capture footage and telemetry from spirited drives. Perfect for reviewing lap times or just reliving a Great Canyon run. Wireless phone charging, a panoramic sunroof, ambient interior lighting with dozens of customizable colors, and a digital key that lets you unlock and start the car from your smartphone would round out the feature list, making this a car that feels as advanced as it does powerful. From a market positioning standpoint, this speculative Cutlass would slot in as a direct rival to cars like the Dodge Charger, the Ford Mustang, and even some entry-level performance sedans from European brands. The idea of Oldsmobile returning to the market with a halo performance car makes for a fascinating thought experiment, especially considering how much appetite there has been in recent years for legacy nameplates to make a comeback. We have already seen brands bring back beloved names from the past, and there is no shortage of demand from enthusiasts who grew up idolizing cars like the 442 and the Hearst Olds. A modern Cutlass, built with today's technology and performance capability, could genuinely capture that same magic if General Motors ever decided to pull the trigger on a revival like this. Pricing in this imagined scenario would likely start in the low $40,000 range for the base trim, climbing into the mid to high $50,000 range for the fully loaded 455 performance model, positioning it as an attainable performance option compared to some of its European rivals. Again, I want to reiterate that none of this is officially confirmed by General Motors. This is a speculative concept built from design trends, industry patterns, and a genuine love for what this nameplate once represented. But if you ask me, and honestly if you ask most of the enthusiasts in our comments section, a revival like this would be an absolute home run. So that wraps up our imagined deep dive into the 2027 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Let us know in the comments what you think about a potential Cutlass comeback, and whether General Motors should seriously consider bringing this legendary name back to life. If you enjoyed this speculative build, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new here, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from Automotive Pulse. We have got a lot more concept builds and speculative reveals coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.